Hello and very warm welcome. The chief patron, the patron, coordinator, host, and my dear participant, I'm really grateful for this opportunity and would like to clear that I'm not going to teach you anything. I'm here to share my knowledge. What I have, I would like to share with you. You all are very well experts in your professions, so thank you very much for your participation and time. This presentation is about 30 minutes and then we have a question answer session. So today we're going to discuss YouTube as an informal learning platform for library professionals. So here we have three things to discuss. One is YouTube, the second is informal learning, and the last is library profession or professionals. Once while watch a YouTube video, I thought why YouTube is YouTube? Why not my tube or GTube or someone else tube? So I come to conclusion that YouTube is all about you. So you are free to upload unlimited numbers of videos and watch as many as you wanted for free. We are living in a time where anyone who has access to a camera and an internet connection can put something online and have it seen by the entire world. For the very first time in the human history, the playing field is equal. So, when you use YouTube, you actually interact, you connect, and you communicate. And your interaction are everything. Either you rate the video, you leave the comment, you subscribe different channels, or making playlists. All these things you do to YouTube, the way you interact, and everything you do is connected. Connect all of your profiles to everything else, so you can't browse or breathe or eat or sleep without sharing absolutely everything you do with everyone. YouTube is much more lean forward experience where I am not just watching a video. I'm reading the comments, I'm clicking on the annotation, and I'm looking at the related video and seeing what other people have to say. I am engaging in a type of connection that was never possible before the internet. YouTube is a new form of media, one of our favorite kinds of media. In fact, it is something bigger than that. You may realize that the video portion of YouTube is only one small part of the site. And through these interaction and these connection, we actually communicate. So YouTube is a form of communication and an opportunity. And what we are doing with this opportunity, we are creating, we are communicating, we are investing our time in entertainment, in filmmaking, in blogging, in pads, in gaming and teaching. But most importantly, we are investing our time in each other, and these connection and these communication and these investment are the best thing that has ever happened to us. What I believe as a librarian or as a YouTuber, YouTube isn't a website where we visit, it's a community where we live. So this is what I believe. Now let's talk about officially what is YouTube. So YouTube is actually OVP. OVP is online video portal. Uh, in fact, we can say video hosting and sharing website that enables user to upload, convert, store, and play back video content on the internet, often via structured large scale system that can generate revenue. So there's nothing free actually. Users generally will upload video content via the hosting service website, mobile or desktop application or other interface API. The type of video content uploaded might be anything from a short to full length video, TV shows or movies. Now let's talk about few facts. YouTube is the second most visited website in the world. First launched on 14 February 2005. It's around 15 years ago, founded by three former PayPal employees and presently parent by Google since 2006, having total revenue US $15 billion in 2009, localized in over 100 countries and can be accessed in 80 different languages. 1 billion hours watched daily, advertised through Google AdSense, basically written in Python, C through C Python, C++, and Java. Uploader holds copyright standard license and Creative Commons can also be selected as an option. After the fact, we will talk about the content. All types of contents are available for all ages, whether music, learning and teaching, games and sports, vlogs, kids, non-formal learning, informal learning, sports, pets, shopping, etc. Okay, now let's talk about informal learning. Informal learning may be the most difficult to quantify or proven, but it's remain critical to an individual overall cognitive and social development throughout lifespan. And in lifelong learning, we have three types of learning. The very common is formal learning, most of all acquired from school, colleges, universities. Then we have non-formal learning. Non-formal learning is some sort of organized learning, either skill development courses, workshops, seminars, webinars like this webinar, whereas informal learning is not teacher-centered nor organized learning. Now let's check in detail about the informal learning. Informal learning could be self-directed, incidental, or in a result of socialization. Self directed learning is conscious and intentional. When someone consider readiness to learn, set learning goals, engage in the learning process, and evaluate learning. For example, you want to learn about Koha for any reason or any other library system, then you have willing to learn and you set your learning goals, how far you have to understand the Koha, and then you try to find out relevant videos, blogs, books, articles, and other learning material, and then at some point you evaluate your learning, what you have gained. Sometimes you success and sometimes you try again. And self-directed learning could be through observation, experience, participation, and exploration. These are few means of self-directed learning. As I said, informal learning also happens incidentally when you are unintentional but conscious that you are acquiring knowledge and understanding through thoughts, experience, and the senses, and through intellectual functions and process. For example, when you start a new job, you have no idea about the inside of the organization, but as time passed, you will be an expert about your organization behavior and sometimes the entire system. Also the mood swings of your supervisor. Okay, let's take another example. Some specific restaurants are the best in some specific areas. How? Because you have learned from your experience or your taste sense. Okay, so another mean of informal learning is socialization. when you are unintentional and unconscious. Humans need social experiences to learn their culture, values, and community to survive. And you know very well about your culture and values, some good and some bad, but you were unintentional and unconscious that you have learned. Okay, here we have some most important thing. Whatever we acquired from informal learning remain the information. To prove that information as your knowledge, you have to get some informal or non-formal certification. Despite of this, 90% of adults are engaged in 100 hours of informal learning. 70% of learning in the workplace is informal through internet, and adults spend 10 hours a week, 500 hours a year on informal learning. 40% of adults have self-taught themselves at some point and likely to participate in independent learning. By the nature of YouTube environment, the learning and interaction with the material is based on a discovery of new materials and self-directed exploration. Informal learning on YouTube is both educational and enjoyable. Okay, now the main thing, library professionals or profession on YouTube. The The image of libraries and librarians on YouTube are exclusively negative. Library appears as a soulless place where the only fun occurs when pranks or inappropriate behavior takes place, or it is something like a dating or flirting or friendship hub. So there are actually five types of librarian can be found on new media. I mean the YouTube. The very famous is actually the most traditional personality who usually wear glasses and having hair in a bunny style. They call it old maid librarian. Okay, another type of librarian on YouTube is actually policeman librarian, the overzealous and authoritative personality. The next kind is actually the party girl or heroine librarian, maybe some hero librarian, but not on YouTube. And then this shishing librarian, the very famous angry librarian. I mean, it's socially awkward character. Here are some independent films on librarians. I'm not talking about Hollywood or Bollywood videos. So these are actually some independent uh, films on librarian on YouTube. The Party Girl, The Music Man, UHF, The Hollywood Librarian, Gorilla Librarian, Eric the Librarian, Angry Librarian, The Library Dialogues. If Library Dialogue is some good, The Librarian, Ninja Librarian, Library Security Guard, and lots more. And if you search library prank on YouTube, there will be actually 1,000,000 search result. And all these videos or films are totally against the decorum of libraries and librarian role in society. Now let's talk about library channels on YouTube. Around 4,000 library channels are available on YouTube by different individuals, libraries, library association, and schools. And out of 4,000, only one third are active. Over 90% channels are from European countries, majority by different libraries, library associations, and library schools, whereas 5 to 8% are from Asian countries, and majority of these channels are from different individuals. So here's the difference between European countries and Asian countries. So now let's perform a search and I'll show you how you can reach library channels easily and effectively. Okay, let me open YouTube and there we will perform the search. In search box you can write library channel and you can filter this to channel only, and you can filter this to view counts only. So you can see the what people actually looking for as a library: audio library, music for content creator, and audio library in some Chinese or Japanese language, and then Library of Congress, then audio library again, wine library, TV, the gaming TV, and the New York Public Library, and so and so. So you can reach to some good channels, I mean some good library channels, library association channels, and some individual channels as well, like Toronto Public Library, Library of Alexandria, and so on. British Library, American Library Association, lots more. And you can refine your search with librarians channel, library technology channel, or whatever you are looking for. So you can refine your search by channels, and you can increase, you can add your actually uh, your learning, I mean the informal learning through library channels. Back to our topic. So here I would like to use this platform for few of my recommendation. The present YouTube channel need to be encouraged, support and promote by different associations, libraries, booksellers, publishers and library schools. Every library, library school and library association must start a YouTube channel or a similar platform for online learning. Library professionals must contribute voluntarily to transfer their knowledge to a learner. Library professionals also need to overcome the negative image of libraries and librarians on YouTube and within journal public. So there were few recommendations. Okay, since you are in my webinar, so I would like to introduce my channel. My channel name is RAFLIMS. RAFLIMS is an abbreviation of Ready Access to Free Library and Information Management Technologies. RAF is actually my family name. My wife name is R. A is for my son and F myself. So I convert this to ready access to free, and LIMS is for library and information management technologies. And this channel is actually available on youtube.com slash C for channel and slash backslash RAFLIMS. And I started this channel on 3rd January 2020 and having 32 videos on library and information management technologies with 14.3K views and 2.5K subscriber. So you must have to join this channel if you want to learn about library and information management technologies, and there you will find lots of videos. So here's actually an introductory video about my channel. And in last, I would like to share the references. These references are used to prepare this presentation. And the last reference is quite important. You must have to see this. And all these references are quite important. You must have to learn all these references if you want to learn about more about YouTube and informal learning and library profession. So thank you very much. Uh, I would like to thank all the participants of the webinar and the chief patron, the patron, host, and coordinator, everyone. Thank you very much.